in a small mountain village, where clouds would come down to kiss the rooftops, lived an old woman named Mira. People said she had the kindest smile in the world, not because life had been easy for her, but because she had learned something most people never do: how to be happy in every situation. Her house was tiny, her belongings were few, and her days were quiet. Yet, whenever someone met her, they would leave lighter, calmer, more alive. Children loved sitting around her, listening to stories, and even grown-ups came to her when their hearts grew tired. One day, a young man named Arjun came to the village. His face carried the weight of many invisible storms. He had money, education, and opportunities, yet his heart felt empty. He had failed in relationships, lost a promotion, and nothing in his life seemed to work the way he planned. No matter what he achieved, happiness slipped through his fingers like dry sand. People in the village told him to go to old Mira because she knew the secret to happiness. Curious and desperate, Arjun walked her small wooden house. She was sitting outside, feeding birds with wrinkled hands and a gentle smile. He sat beside her and said, "I've heard that you know how to be happy in every situation. Please teach me. My life feels heavy." Mira looked at him for a moment, then handed him a cup of tea. The cup had a small crack, and when he tried to hold it, a few drops spilled on his hand. He frowned and said it was broken. She nodded softly and asked if the tea had become less warm, if its taste had changed, or if it stopped giving comfort. Arjun slowly shook his head. She smiled and said that life is like this cup, imperfect, cracked, and flawed, but inside there is always something warm and beautiful to be grateful for. The problem is never the crack. The problem is where we keep looking. Happiness is not what happens to us. Happiness is how we see what happens to us. She told him she had lost her husband when she was young. She raised her children alone. Some days it was food, some days it was only water. People betrayed her, storms broke her roof, and sickness bent her back. If happiness depended on life being perfect, she would have died miserable, but she chose differently. Arjun asked how she chose. She pointed at the sky and said that when it rained, instead of asking why it rained, she said her crops would drink. When the sun burned, she said her clothes would dry. When people left, she said there was more space for peace. As Arjun walked away, the village seemed brighter, the air lighter, and the world kinder. Not because it had changed, but because he had.